Hi YouTube, this is Cognitive Thought here, and I hope you're all having a great week. On today's show, we're going to be looking at a video uploaded on Essence called #TakeAKnee. Here's what it's really about. And here with me to find out what it's really about is Ranting Monkey.
Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today Cog and I are going to do this shit.
I see you, standing over there turning your nose up at Colin Kaepernick, condemning athletes for taking a knee in protest.
Please rise, or sit, or take a knee in order to honor America.
Being all loud and wrong about what this protest is about.
Hold on there, sweetheart. I do agree with you, most people have this protest wrong. But so do you. We'll get back to that in just a little bit.
Talking about the disrespect to the flag, the anthem, our troops, Trump, and everything but Black lives. This is anti-American. This whole idea of anti-American is beyond me.
Really? The idea of anti-American is beyond you?
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together.
To be fair though, I'm sure many things are beyond you.
My ancestors literally built this country.
No, they didn't.
And it's about time America takes a look in the mirror, because this idea of justice and freedom for all is deeply flawed.
Are you just trying to quote Colin Kaepernick? Because you do realize even he doesn't know where to really begin when tackling the bullshit issue he believes exists in society.
You know, this country stands for freedom, liberty, justice for all. And it's not happening for all right now.
Specifically, what would you like to see change in order for you to stand?
Okay, pay attention guys. This is going to be important later. The question was, what needs to change in order for you to stand?
There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality. There's people being murdered unjustly and not being held accountable. Cops are getting paid leave for killing people. That's not right. That's not right by anyone's standards.
You're concerned that it can be seen as a blanket indictment against law enforcement in general?
As far as what? I don't really understand what you're trying to get at.
People get murdered by police. I mean, do you think that it's seen as sort of an indictment against police?
There is police brutality.
No shit.
Yeah. People of color have been targeted by police.
Bullshit.
So that's a large part of it, and they're government officials. They're put in place by the government, so, you know, that's something that this country has to change.
And you see people say, why the outrage in a country that has elected a black president, has done many things, sacrificed a lot of things for freedom?
It has elected a black president, but there are also a lot of things that haven't changed. There are a lot of issues that still haven't been addressed. And, you know, that's something over an 8-year term. There's a lot of those things that are hard to change. And there's a lot of those things that he doesn't necessarily have complete control over.
If you would say that, what would it be a success for you on this? I mean, just in the short term.
No, that's a tough question because there's a lot of things that need to change, a lot of different issues that need to be addressed. You know, that's something that it's really hard to lock down one specific thing that needs to change currently.
So basically, he's adamant that black people are targeted by the police, which is just bullshit, and he also doesn't have a clue how to solve it. Apparently it's just something that the United States as a country is going to have to change. I wonder how you can tell when a made-up issue like systematic racism has been solved.
And the most important step you can take when improving race relations is to set no reasonably measurable or objectively observable end goal.
It breaks my heart to see that what started as one man's silent protest to obtain justice and liberation for black people.
Liberation for black people? Do black people not have freedoms in the United States now?
Has turned into one of Donald Trump's dog-whistling tactics to get his base riled up yet again. And yes, while Trump's latest comments have inspired many teams and players to take a knee, what I'm about to say cannot be stated any clearer. If you decide to take a knee on the field, remember that this is about black lives, not Trump.
Hold the fuck up. You've just said,
And yes, while Trump's latest comments have inspired many teams and players to take a knee,
showing Trump's tweets were the catalyst that made NFL players take a knee. So you can sit there all day saying,
remember that this is about Black lives.
But it really isn't. The majority of NFL players that have taken a knee have done so in response to Trump.
Not the flag.
Really? Even though Colin Kaepernick is quoted saying, "I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of colour," meaning he sees the flag as representing the country he takes no pride in due to his retarded belief that the USA oppresses black people. And remember, this "black people are oppressed" rhetoric is coming from a black man that made over $14 million in 2016.
Not the national anthem. Let me over-explain it to you.
What a prick.
Let's go back to Kaepernick, who first decided to use his platform and embark on his own personal protest in August 2016. And when challenged about his silent, non-violent demonstration that seemed to offend great Americans, Cap said this.
You know, I have great respect for men and women that have fought for this country. I have family, I have friends that have gone and fought for this country. And they fight for freedom. They fight for the people. They fight for liberty and justice for everyone. And that's not happening.
This is the issue I have with Colin Kaepernick. He is a black man living in America that has freedom, liberty, and is innocent until proven guilty under the criminal justice system. Yet he seems to believe that black people lack freedom, liberty, and justice even though they are also presumed innocent by the criminal justice system.
It was always about obtaining justice for all. Remember? Land of the free?
Remember, presumption of innocence.
So when people attribute "take a knee" to Dusty Trump and his comments or the flag or the anthem, you're ignoring the fact that in 2015, more than 100 unarmed black people were killed by police.
I don't know where the hell you're getting that figure from, but when it comes to the breakdown of demographics, armed or unarmed fatal police shootings from 2015, the best source I could find was the counted database on the Guardian's website. And when I looked at how many unarmed black people were shot by the police in 2015, the total came to 79 people out of the 1,146 shootings. What's crazy is this woman probably wouldn't give a shit if you then showed her that in actual fact, over 100 unarmed white people were fatally shot by the police in the US in 2015. Oh, the double standard.
That's not including the total amount of those fatally shot by police that year.
Well, as you can see, the totals for 2015 are more dead white people.
In the year following Cap's protest, at least 223 black people were killed by police.
The year following Kaepernick's protest is current year. And seriously, where the hell are you getting the fatal police shooting statistics for 2017? Because I can't find anything on this year yet, and I'm pretty sure you're just pulling numbers out of your ass right now.
Black people are almost 3 times more likely to be shot by police than white people.
Black people are also twice as likely to be committing crimes in comparison to white people.
And for young black men, that number jumps to 9.
And young black men are 9 times more likely to be committing crimes. I mean, let's be fair, I don't know what year she's referencing, she has 0 sources for the statistics she's bleating out. She says young black men, which isn't a specific age category, and you won't find anywhere that will show you the US population broken down into demographics of under 18-year-olds. So basically, I'm taking the piss.
And if your argument is that more white people are shot by police, keep in mind that black people are just 13% of the US population, but we account for 24% of those killed by cops.
Black people also make up 26.6% of crime in the US, so what's your point?
And here's a note for people who are defending free speech without defending black lives. I'm talking to you NFL owners. Call it what it is. Players who have decided to protest on the field aren't just protesting societal issues. That's broad as hell. People are literally protesting the state-sanctioned violence that allows law enforcement and so-called vigilantes to kill with impunity.
If that's really the reason why they're protesting, why did you say this before?
And yes, while Trump's latest comments have inspired many teams and players to take a knee,
it seems like you know the majority of NFL players that knelt did it to protest Trump. So they are protesting Trump.
Kaepernick was well aware of what was at stake when he took a knee. And he paid the ultimate price.
Paid the ultimate price? Are you insane? He didn't die, he just lost his job, which was part of what he was after. Where the hell are my ducks? I'm going to need them for this. Ah, there we go. Now we can talk about what really happened with Colin Kaepernick. To see where this started, we have to go all the way back to November 2nd of 2015, when the 49ers announced they were benching Kaepernick in favor of Gabbert. As the next season was approaching, Kaepernick asked to be traded. Several teams were said to be interested. None of them worked out. The final team to drop out of the trading deal was the Broncos, reportedly because the 49ers wouldn't cover any of Kaepernick's expensive salary. With the trade deals falling through, Kaepernick tried renegotiating his contract, which still had 4 years left. While this was all started in April, no real movement on contract negotiations took place until September, right after the press took notice of Colin's protest. There was one more thing that happened in there. In August, the Broncos were still having trouble with their quarterbacks, and there was a rumor they were still interested in Colin Kaepernick. On August 3rd, they came out and said, "We have no interest in him whatsoever, period." It was the next week that Colin sat out the anthem for the first time. So the crazy lady's absolutely right when she says this isn't about the flag or the anthem or even disrespecting the country. And while COG has done a great job debunking all of the stupid shit she says, it's even dumber than that. This was about a contract negotiation. Does that seem a bit far-fetched? Well, do you remember this part?
Specifically, what would you like to see change in order for you to stand?
There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality.
In October of 2016, Kaepernick got the contract he wanted, letting him become a free agent at the end of the year, an option he exercised. As the 2017 offseason approached, something interesting happened. It was reported that Kaepernick would not be continuing his protest in 2017.
Specifically, what would you like to see change in order for you to stand?
There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality.
So either Colin believes all of these things have been fixed, including police brutality, or this was all just a ploy to get out of his contract with the 49ers by being a giant pain in the ass. So the crazy lady's right. It's not about the anthem, it's not about the flag. But she's also wrong because it doesn't have anything to do with Black Lives Matter either. This was nothing more than a negotiation tactic. And it worked. He got his new contract. Unfortunately, he overplayed his hand and made himself too toxic for anybody to want to touch him. He's not a victim of anybody but himself.
Systemic racism exists.
No, it doesn't.
And acting like this is a protest about a flag or an anthem and not about the institution of racism is pushing the agenda of white supremacy. Period.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I second that. Go fuck yourself.
So basically this cunt has just said that if you don't believe institutionalized racism is a real problem in society, you're pushing the agenda of white supremacy. What utter bullshit. What I can't stand is that this same rhetoric is used to push the school-to-prison pipeline narrative. Basically, when black kids misbehave, they can't be punished, and when black people commit crimes, they can't be arrested or shot because otherwise that proves institutionalized racism. And it's fucking retarded. Still, that's the end of the video, and thank fuck it's over. Any last words, Ranting Monkey?
No, I think you wrapped it up nicely. I would like to thank you for working with me and doing the heavy lifting on this video. Guys, that is going to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, he's Cognitive Thought, and we'll see you next time.
Systemic racism exists.
Your life makes me sad.